I don't believe in that whole you just don't support your nah. Because then what happens when you lose that person? And now all you have is the memories of y'all texting each other fucked up shit back and forth. Then what? If his son was to die right now, 50 Cent only memory will be them fucked up text messages that he sent. But don't nobody think like that. Nobody thinks like that. Everybody think that everybody's just gonna be healthy and we could just disrespect people all we want. Nobody's thinking if it all was to lose, if we was all to lose it all, what would your last memories of this person be?
Quan, should they get back? Yes, no, and who should be
Um,
the one giving the first step?
so for me, I'm gonna say they should. And I know 50 Cent is out of this world billionaire, so he's well millionaire, so his situation is different. But for the average dude, I do think like we as a people, we got to get out of this mind state of we don't need nobody. Like I think that everybody is valuable, especially if they're your family. And you can't just go around in this life throwing people away because if you burn too many bridges in life, eventually you can't move, you can't go nowhere. And who's to say, let's say if 50 Cent was an average dude, who's to say if he needed a lung or some blood and his son was the match and you burned that bridge, now how are you gonna get whatever you need? Like we don't think about situations like this. We just look at them surface level, and it's like you can't go through life just burning so many bridges with people over small things. Like in the grand scheme of life, whatever they're going through is so much smaller than what real motherfuckers really go through in life. Like that text message conversation is way different than my homie that's going through a prison bid and his wife is supporting him through it. That's real life shit. Like, I don't burn bridges over shit that can be solved through just a conversation. Two men can come together and mend that fence. I know motherfuckers that lost their father and they can't lose, they can't mend that back. And they was beefing. They never had that chance. So I don't play around when it comes to people, forgiving and people working through bullshit. Because that's bullshit. Like, okay, you and your feelings about what happened in the past. That's a conversation. It's people out here fighting for their fucking life that wish they had their dad or their son by their side. And they playing games. So I don't believe in that whole you just don't support your nah. Because then what happens when you lose that person? And now all you have is the memories of y'all texting each other fucked up shit back and forth. Then what? If his son was to die right now, 50 Cent only memory will be them fucked up text messages that he sent. But don't nobody think like that. Nobody thinks like that. Everybody think that everybody's just gonna be healthy and we could just disrespect people all we want. Nobody's thinking if it all was to lose, if we was all to lose it all, what would your last memories of this person be?
Exactly.
So that's my
Exactly.
Something that I want to ask. I'm glad what Gilly just said. Right. Um,
And so I will hold up that question a little bit. Go ahead, G Prince.
I want to say something to that. I think the reason why I would say 50 shouldn't go because 50 already been reaching out to him. He supported him since he was a kid. He made sure he been giving him money. He's still paying his way all the way until he a man now. He's 25. So he need to know that if they want to mend that relationship, the son will have to approach him. So 50 would know he coming from a serious place. He got to understand it now. And that's how it was with Leon said a few points. I hate to bring in my personal thing, but what Gillian was saying, I had men things back with my dad, and but me and my dad got into it, and this was like on 4th of July, and I hadn't even talked to him for a good couple of months till like September, and but that month, my sisters was calling me saying my dad was been trying to get in touch with me, and I was like, I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna let him know I'm still mad at him right now. I'm gonna call him, and he ended up dying. So that type of stuff is kind of real, and I love my daddy, and yeah. So that type of stuff, yeah. You got to mend that. That's why being raised around women and you taking in everything what they say, they come from an emotional aspect. They will make you hate your father, and you don't really realize that your father, you don't realize your father's side of the story, because he will never tell you something that goes against your mama, because men understand how much men love their mothers. If 50 was to tell his side of the story, 50 son probably would try to fight him, because if 50 Cent keep it real with his son about his mama. So the best way to teach your son is when they have kids, because that's how I learned. I learned by having children and dealing with women. And when I was having conversations with my father, it was a lot different. I was like, yeah, I see where you coming from now. But I done waited all these years till he got old. But before that, I was disrespecting him. I was fighting my daddy and everything when I was young. I didn't understand, I just went off what my family, my mama was telling me, the picture that they was giving me, so yeah. Go ahead.
Dear Prince, what's funny?
Yeah.
Like my grandma died like a month or 2 months ago. She died with 93, and she was a great grandma. Like, I used to talk with her, and my father went to Cape Verde, to Africa, to bury her and to take care of his business and all like that. And I didn't call him enough, because usually when I'm upset, I want people to leave me alone, and I tried to do the same to him. But like, I think he felt some kind of way. And when he got home, I went to the airport. He was very quiet. I was asking, oh, like, is there any problem? And I felt that he was kind of hurt. And like, we had like a kind of discussion, but he's mad at me. Like, he's mad at me because he think he should be more present, because I'm the older brother. So I probably, after the thing that you said, bro, I'm going to give him a call, because that shit that you said and Quan said, actually, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Sometimes we let something pass, like someone that we love, a friend, a great friend, a brother, a son, like someone, just like sending a message or just talking and saying, bro, I love you, I miss you. I think that will go a long way. So thank you for sharing.
Praise God.
Guys, one second. Thank you for sharing your personal story. I'm going to give him a call, because
that's good shit. That's good.
And just to, like, as men, disrespect is the least of our issues that can happen in a life. Like, think about everything that can go wrong in life, and you telling me disrespect is enough to just end a relationship with your kid?
Exactly.
Like, nigga, you could die, you could go broke, you go to jail. All of these horrible things can happen to you as a person, to where you would need this person. But we let disrespect break apart a relationship like a father and son.
And one thing I did,
I'll end with this. To me, that's the thing that women do, in terms of letting a disrespectful argument get to the point where you can't be in a relationship with your own family. That's a female trait. Yeah, that's what women do. They fall out over arguments and disrespect.
Yes, they do, and ruin their whole entire fucking family over it.
Disrespect. That's not what men do. Men can talk through disrespect. Men can talk through these things.
Yeah, if I fight with my friends playing basketball and we are friends like 30 minutes later, why can't I be friends with my father after like a discussion? Come on, man. Like, we need to be adults sometimes. Hey,
one
Dub, you have a lot of noise on the back, bro. I don't know what's happening there.
But yeah, I'm done.
Go
one
ahead,
thing that
Chris.
one thing that really ripped me about the situation, as I became a man and started dealing with stuff, I didn't really hear my dad a lot of times because I was so caught up with the belief system that I had with a lot of not just my mama, her family, everybody. And then I was like, damn, when my daddy died, I'm like, I let these motherfuckers turn me against my motherfucking father. You know what I'm saying? Like, uh, and then especially my mama family, they don't give a fuck about me. My daddy did. But I let since I was raised around my mama and her family, I let them sorry motherfuckers turn me against my daddy. And then I had to think about my daddy fought for us way more than any one of them fought for us or their own kids. My daddy, when people say I die for my kids, my daddy was in that position. And we the side piece kids. My dad was in that position. He fucked up his life of trying to be a father. He was a trucker at one point. He went from had to be a trucker, making good money, to working at a car wash, making no money with all these kids because he tried to fight for us. And my mama brought her family into the situation when he wanted to get.
Damn, we lost your
My
Prince for
mama,
a second. We lost you for a second, J Prince. Go ahead.
yeah, he was trying to fight. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can. That's perfect now.
He was trying to fight for us, and my mama family just get us for the weekend. And my mama called her family over there because she wanted to play the power role, and they jumped my daddy and took us from him. And my dad got in his car because they put us in my auntie brand new Cadillac back then. It was a brand new Cadillac. And he got in his car that they jumped him. He said, fuck this. If I can't have my kids, can't nobody have them. He went in there and he started his car, bam, crashed into the car. He said he tried to kill up everybody, including him. And a lot of people say, well, your daddy could have killed y'all. And I was trying to shame us. But I understand where my dad was coming from. Because I'll probably be doing the same thing with if somebody do that to me and my kids. At what point that you're gonna die for your kids? My daddy did that. So I was just watching his videos yesterday, last night. It had popped up on my news feed, and I was cutting his hair and stuff. Man, later on that day, he said something that pissed me off. I acted like a pure bitch. I can't believe I just let my daddy die without even having a conversation. Because I think I was way closer to him than all his kids. Everybody else can never forgive him. None of his other kids really forgave him like that. So
It is what it is, J Prince. It is what it is. I don't know if you are religious or not, but if you believe in that, like, you'll have that chance. You'll have that chance to have that talk again. Thank you, CC. Thanks to everyone on the panel. We all go through things. Guys, life is fucking hard, man. Like, I know that we are looking at Instagram and all the millionaires. Life is fucking hard. I don't care if you have a stable life. If like living is hard. Period. Some people have harder lives, some people don't. But I think we have to understand that shit. So if you're mad at someone and you know that he's not worth it, just send a message. I miss you. I'm sorry. I think it's very easy to do. So if that person is worth it, just go ahead and do it before you repent yourself or leave something to say about it.